Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics to get more people playing your indie game. You are listening to the Indie Game Marketing School with your instructors, Daniel Doan and Tony Chan.
On this episode, we're going to talk about how to decide if you need a separate branch for your game development studio. So, Daniel, tell us more.
All right. So, when it comes to, building your brand, you definitely want to keep things congruent. So, for example, if you're trying to make roguelike games, you're, trying to make your, game dev company, tie in with that. You definitely want to, keep that brand consistent. So like, for example, let's take, like a larger studio like Blizzard, for example. Like if all of a sudden they start out churning, like these, terrible, like half-assed, mobile games, then there would be like a big discongruency with their brand. So like my point is, let's say that you want to build your brand around, quality games, right? But, you want to, experiment with some side projects that might not, kind of fit that brand. That's a good opportunity for you to start off like another brand, to, kind of separate the two, because, I have a friend who, he really likes, to like make these horror games, but at the same time, he also wants to experiment with, games that, are, kind of like, idle games. So like Cookie Clicker. And, we were talking about it, and he was telling me that, like, should I create like another brand, or should I stick it with my main brand? And so like, it just seems like it would be detrimental for him to like launch both games, under his, horror games label, because it's just not congruent. So yeah. So like when it comes to experiments, when it comes to venturing outside of your comfort zone, sometimes it's better to create like a sub brand or like a different brand to launch your products on.
So yeah, that makes perfect sense, Daniel. When you're creating different products and they're not related at all, so also you want a different brands for that. But if they're under the same building, like under the same company, should we talk about like a link between those products, or should we just keep them separated altogether?
So this is kind of like a controversial subject, as you probably know, but I feel like it's important to, keep that brand congruency, because whenever people think of like a brand, they kind of like, have this, kind of fantasy of, like a brand being a certain way, so like whenever they think of, people think of Coca-Cola, they think of, cola. Whenever they think of Pepsi, they think of cola. But so like, for example, if Pepsi decided to like, like release some kind of like orange juice, like that'd be weird, right? So like, which is why even if Pepsi's owned by like a larger company or a corporation, that orange juice would be released under a different label.
Gotcha. So yeah, stick with the congruency. That's it for today's episode on how to decide if you need to separate your brands for your game development studio. I'm Tony Chan from Game Dev Loadout.
And I'm Daniel Dunn from Black Show Media.
This session of Indie Game Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for daily marketing strategies to help you find the fan base your game deserves. Don't forget to rate and review the show so we can bring you more valuable content. Until then, keep pushing forward. We'll see you on the next episode.